Welcome back to the journey of a lifetime.
This is all the gold copies.
Last time, our journey took us through the Ngorongoro crater. Before even reaching the Serengeti, we'd already seen an amazing amount of sights and wildlife. Our trip picks up here, where we last left off, at the gate of Serengeti National Park. After a long drive, we had to take our first opportunity to move our legs around a little bit. And as it turns out, this was a very important stop on our journey, as this building held a lot of significance to our trip and the reason we were here.
So Dad slept here.
In 1984, my dad, Dr. Anthony Collins, spent a year here studying cheetahs. During that time while out in the field, his car broke down on 2 occasions, once with my uncle and another time with my grandparents. On both occasions, they were left with no choice but to make the journey back on foot. It's remarkable that they were able to make the journey safely despite all the animals around. They stayed overnight in this building, hoping a kind stranger would offer to take them back to camp.
And then Moirano, I didn't know Moirano, I think David Butler.
Although the building had changed quite a lot, there were still reminders of his time that he'd spent there. It was nearly time to go. I dashed off quickly, as I had to pick up a souvenir. And after grabbing a new t-shirt, our journey into the Serengeti National Park would begin. And it wouldn't be long at all before we came across a rare sight. The lappet-faced vulture, perched in its nest.
I cheated. Sebastian, I cheated. I bought this poster, Birds of Serengeti.
No, it's okay, yeah.
So we can study at our leisure.
As I looked closer through my lens, I noticed something interesting.
Oh, the chick is out.
There was also a small chick resting in the nest.
Lappet-faced vulture. This is for you, Michael. This is a present for you whenever your birthday comes.
You should have questioned that, Dad. Because you should know when my birthday is, and I know you know.
Yeah, I know, but birthday is an abstract idea, Michael.
Like me, my birthday is every day when I see Tanzania.
The thing is, I miss them all.
We started to move on, but wildlife was everywhere. These antelopes are more commonly known as hartebeests. I had never seen them in person.
Then cheetah can go for the baby.
They're most recognizable by their long muzzles, useful for reaching the ground. These guys are grazers, meaning they mainly eat grass. Everywhere I looked, there were these amazing rock formations, and this area is widely known as the gold copies. And we would soon find out just why that is. It was great to see just all the different types of life that inhabited this area. Just being here, we had already begun to retrace the steps of my family's adventures here.
Okay, there's copies. This is all the gold copies. Named after gold, whoever he was. And those high ones are 4 together. That's the way my brother and I came down. So we came from Barafu, which is so far to the north. We came down to there. And then we walked across here behind us to Nabi.
All the way to Nabi, so all the way over there.
Yeah.
And you walked that on foot?
Yeah, and that was only half the trip.
Oh my gosh.
And then later with my parents, we came slightly this way. We had lunch at that one there.
Which one there? So the
triangular dark one there.
Okay,
We had lunch there.
yeah,
The rest is away
all the way back to
to Nabi.
Nabi. Wow, that's incredible.
Sebastian, people were joking with me. I should open a foot safari company for Eastern Serengeti.
You should.
Just walking safaris with Anthony.
And that's how many kilometers?
35.
It took you how long?
8 hours.
8 hours in the Serengeti walking.
It's insane to think they walked all that way. Photos and videos just don't do justice to how vast the area is. And not a short drive away, we noticed some cars gathered in the shade. On safari, this is usually a sign of something. So we turned the car around and headed in that direction. Nothing could have prepared me for what I was about to witness. A litter of lion cubs, just lazing around in the shade. I couldn't believe my eyes.
It's nice though, at least there.
I had never seen cubs this young before. And to see this many at once, it was remarkable.
They all seem to be slightly, some of them are different age, some bigger than others smaller. So maybe they're not all the cubs of one mother.
Where are the parents?
It was the middle of the day, so it was no surprise that the parents were probably hidden away somewhere in the shade. Future kings and queens of the Serengeti. They were gorgeous. All I could say was wow.
Where's Mama? Come on.
Come on, Mama. Your kids wants to see your face.
However, it was at this moment I noticed something that really upset me. One of the lions was playing with a plastic water bottle that clearly a tourist had dropped. It was shocking to me that even this sort of thing was happening out here in such a remote and protected area. It's bad because they can choke on these things.
Very bad. Can poison them and block their guts.
This is why it's so important to educate people when coming on these safari experiences. There's certain ways that you have to act, or we risk disrupting these animals' habitats and the natural order of things. Honestly, it's a real shame. After staying and watching for a while, we knew not to overstay our welcome. But what a moment it was. And we had many more on the way. Like this especially lazy hyena.
Mr. Grumpy.
At this point, it was around midday.
Coming.
And this sort of behavior is common for most animals. They tend to find a spot where there's good shelter and they're able to let the high heats of the day pass. Because of that, we thought it would be best for us to find somewhere to stop and have some lunch. We headed towards a familiar spot, one that held a lot of significance to my dad's time here. Strangely, his safari jeep had broken down twice in this exact spot, and both times were with our family.
We are here in Serengeti at Barafu, where many years ago, Bibi Babu Collins and Richard Collins started their journey walking from here to Nabi by foot, which took them the whole day.
So for how many kilometers?
35 kilometers. Yeah, so this is in memory of the three of you. You know, we'll never forget you. And well done.
The guide.
The guide, there,
The foolish,
Dr. Anthony.
the foolish person who made it happen.
Well done for the perseverance. Sorry, English is not my language. I'm Swahili.
Sebastian was incredible. He'd spent so much time there.
Namiri
He was so experienced.
So this side is Namiri Plains?
All this area is called Namiri Plain.
Okay.
But this specific area here, this is Barafu.
Barafu, okay.
I asked him what this copy is called. He said there's no name, so I said it's made called Anthony's copy.
Okay.
Copy,
Copy.
which means rock.
It's a rock. It's a head. I think it's Dutch word or Boer word for head, meaning a great rounded rock.
So if you're ever visiting the Serengeti, make sure you stop by and visit Anthony's copy.
When we name rocks here, mostly they start with a Maasai name. Because this area, Maasai used to live here, from
Yeah.
this eastern Serengeti all the way to the southern Serengeti.
Very
So
good
in
to
Maasai,
respect them. Yeah.
yeah, in Maasai rock they call soit.
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 Ah,
Yeah.
soil.
Soit.
Soit ni nini? Ni
Rock.
rock. Ah, soit. Okay.
Like
Okay.
S-O-I-T.
Soit.
Soit.
Ah.
Then you can put wherever you want. You can call Soit
Soit.
Sebastian.
Okay.
Soit
Soit Collins.
Soit Collins.
Uh-huh. Soit Anton.
Yeah, because there is another rock which Maasai they named Soit Lamotonyi.
Lamotonyi.
The rock of the birds.
Okay.
Because the migration birds used to come here after feeding all the day, and then they used, even nowadays, they go there for roasting.
Ah, okay.
A lot of them together and on top of the rock with the fig trees. So they cover all the rock with the birds, and they call it Soit Lamotonyi.
After that, we found a nice patch of shade. It was the perfect place to sit down for some lunch.
Anyone likes to have
Top
coffee?
guide.
Coffee, kahawa, anyone?
Fan of coffee?
If I have coffee, I will be going to the toilet every 10 minutes. So we don't want that.
Okay. Just driving. So now it's.
Ah, okay. Michael,
Please. No.
For the car, you see.
Beef is good.
it's very good. Even that can eat it. Very soft.
It's perfect.
Let's not the lion get the smell of the meat.
And of course, a meal in the Serengeti isn't complete without a good story to go with it.
Driving naked.
Naked. Doing my
Yaani una
prayer times.
vituko hivi.
Okay.
Joto. Ametoa shati,
Yeah,
ametoa
yeah. Be free. So, anyway, I went up here, and then I went quickly through Ngorongoro and went to see
Naked.
here. But then, of course, I dressed when I went on. But just for the prayer counts far away from everybody, it was okay. Didn't matter.
So pray count, remind me, is when you do a 360.
Yeah, I stand up on the bonnet of the car, do 360-degree scan, counting Grant's gazelles, to another one counting Thompson's, another one counting wildebeest, whatever. The prayer. So,
And that would give you an indication of...
yeah, just the density of prey, the
Okay.
amount of food available for predators like cheetah.
Okay.
Okay, so then I got to Gibbs Farm, and I'd never met the Gibbs Farm people. And a friend of theirs, Jeanette, was there to introduce me to them. So I went in there, and then they said, "So where did you come?" And I said, "Well, I came Barafu, and then I went down through Go, and then out to the south, and then I've come here." I said, "Oh yes." And they said, "Did you see anybody?" I said, "Well, no, but at Barafu there was a tent. I'd never seen anybody there before." And then, so they said, "Oh, so that was you, was it?" And I said, "Not me on the tent, me on the car." They said, "Yes, we saw you."
Naked.
So I never met them. And the first time they saw me, I'm completely naked on the front of the car. So, we had to smile at that point.
Oh, no.
Hello, top guides. Top guy, come on.
After that meal, the only thing left to do was go for a climb.
That's great.
I wanted to get a good idea for just the scale of the area. And honestly, from up there, it just looked like it was never ending. It's amazing to think they were able to go all that way on foot. I just hope that I can channel that level of fearlessness in my future adventures. With the high heats of the day beginning to settle, wildlife started emerging from everywhere. And it seems we left at the perfect time, as we were about to see something that would bring our trip full circle.
Two cubs.
That's it.
2 cheetah, fresh from a hunt.
Bees.
This cub has to eat up fast. The Serengeti is one of the most competitive environments. At any moment, predators such as hyenas or lions could show up to steal the meal from them.
Cheetahs can't take very big risks when defending their prey because they cannot risk having their legs broken. Their speciality is speed.
From what I could tell, it seemed like this pair was a mother and its cub. Female cheetahs generally live and hunt on their own. The only exception to that is when they're raising young cubs to fend for themselves. It's a hard life for them because they're built for speed and not combat.
That's it.
My first time seeing cheetahs up close, and they're some of the most gorgeous creatures I've ever seen.
In my time studying cheetahs, what impressed me was how solitary they are and that they're very hard to find. And when you do find them, they're very often just lying low, so it was a nice contrast here to see them doing something active.
And the gifts just kept on coming. Finally, elephants had shown themselves. I did think it was weird we hadn't seen any all day, so of course they show up at the end of the day when I'm running out of film. With only 36 shots per roll, I have to be super selective of what I choose to photograph. It's moments like this where I can at least rely on my digital camera.
The water is smelly.
This might be me,
I got that on camera. That's a great one. The sun was going down, but there were still a few surprises along the way. Wow, look at the hippos. Guys having a little underwater kiss. People would always tell me, there's no place like the Serengeti. And I could finally understand what they meant. And it was safe to say, I had fallen in love with this place. Sadly, the day was coming to an end. We found a great spot to stop and admire the sights, with a small group of buffalo to keep us company. I always say it's better to run into buffalo in groups. If you were to meet one of these guys on their own, they may not be as friendly. This is gorgeous. Nevertheless, I'll never forget how mesmerizing their silhouettes looked in this sunset. This day was a very special day for me and my family. But all good things must come to an end. And now, we had arrived at camp. We would be staying at this camp for the next 2 nights. Luxury tents. However, they felt more like little apartments on the Serengeti Plains.
Did you write?
This was by far my favorite place I'd stayed. I just felt so at home. I couldn't wait to get on my laptop. I had to just look at the photos immediately.
Your two Appomac boys, sons of Appomac. The magic of apple, the magic of map, the magic of app, the magic of map.
Yeah.
Yeah.